Mr. William Staples attended Northampton Community College and then began his career at AT&T World Headquarters in New Jersey. He left the corporate world to finish his bachelor's degree at East Stroudsburg University in 1993. He was hired in the Bethlehem area school district to teach 7th grade English and spent much of his after-school time with at-risk kids, tutoring, counseling, and instilling the hope that these students could one day attend college. Mr. Staples was twice nominated as the National Disney Teacher of the Year. He was the co-founder of a college scholarship group called Building Education Support Teams, or BEST. More than 20 former at-risk students from the BEST group have been assisted financially and earned their bachelor's degrees. For the last 6 years, Billy has toured the country speaking in schools, colleges, and Fortune 500 companies, challenging the audience to believe that life can change when we work together. Billy completed his master's degree at ESU in Education Administration in 2010. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. William Staples.
I stand before you and I easily say thank you. Thank you very much. Anything that you heard, I had help. I look at your teachers, professors in front of me. I had a lot of help. If I didn't say the name Ralph Vitello, he had time. He gave me a lot of help, and I wasn't a Spanish major. I wasn't a French major. So I thank you, teachers, because you're the ones to help me. If you're ever asked who gave the commencement address, that's your graduation. Need not know my name. Dr. Welch brought back alumni. I was proud to go to college here, and the feeling is unbelievable to come back home to address the graduates. Getting the master's here was even better. If you don't remember, I'm alumni. More importantly, I became a teacher. I didn't teach my students. I'm looking at your faces. I love my students. My students literally were my life, and I'm proud to say it. In closing, because of the Disney stuff and Jack Canfield from Chicken Soup, I get to say I'm an author. Now I would sincerely like to say thank you to all the people that are up here and part of this day. And most importantly, it's very cool. Congratulations to the class 2013 from ESU. Thumbs up. My job today is actually very easy. It's supposed to compose of speaking for a few minutes. It's supposed to be memorable, interesting, inspiring, a little bit of honesty, some humor. Over the last month, I had to figure out how to write this commencement address. So I went incognito. Some of you are shaking your head. I told you I was a newspaper reporter. I went and I interviewed you. I went to the Stroud Hall. I was walking around the quad. I kept interviewing student after student, asking, what would you want in the commencement address? What would you want to share if you were up here? So you know who wrote the commencement address? The class of 2013. Your answers were very clear. I'll read your answers. If the lady or guy gets up there and talks about himself, it's going to be terrible. I hope that the person makes it personal. I hope that it's not too long or boring. My message is two things: perseverance and gratitude. The first two letters of those words ends up to be PG. It's like a movie rating, but much better. Graduates, today, I know it's listed as your day, but it is also the opportunity for you to say thank you to others. And don't just say the words thank you. For some of you, it will be the last time you see this person. Talk to them, tell them a story, tell them why you're thanking them. If you look up the act of gratitude, saying thanks, whether it's on Wikipedia, research papers, dozens of stories, what do they write about people who show gratitude, where it's not all about me, myself, and I? It's interesting what the study said. People who show consistent gratitude live healthier lives. You gravitate to people who are kind to you and say nice things. People who show gratitude have a better home life. People who display gratitude sleep better. And people who display gratitude live the bottom line, happier lives. If you look on your seats in your packet of stuff, I have 2 gifts for the graduates today. There's a gratitude card there. Take a look. In fact, all of you, 500 plus, no longer have to listen to me. Start filling it out if you feel like it. Who do you want to thank? That gratitude card is because some person that's your friend or family, when you hand them that gratitude card in the next week, they're going to proudly display it in their home, in their room. If you toss that gratitude card behind, you're just not there yet. I understand. I can show you easy examples of gratitude. Will 4 people please stand? Dr. Welsh, Miguel, Dr. Kramer, Dr. Sinisi. Will the 4 of you please stand? Dr. Welsh, you called on the phone on December 21st, and this doesn't happen, graduates. She said, "Is this Billy?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Hi, this is Marsha. I'm calling from East Stroudsburg University." That does not happen in my world of speaking at college after college. She was so kind. She was so humble. She just asked if there was a time to meet for lunch. And we discussed being a finalist to come back home as your commencement speaker and represent alumni. You gave me that opportunity that is usually set aside for politicians and business executives. I thank you for that opportunity, and I have much respect for you. Thank you, Dr. Welsh. Miguel, I respect that you're trying to hide from half of this group, so for the half that can't see you in the nice blazer and shirt and tie, Miguel, you have worked here for many years, haven't you? Yes, nod your head. Quietly in the background, answering every email, text message, phone call, making sure everything goes all right up there at the president's office. Isn't that right, Miguel? Miguel, you're a loyal employee. Miguel, you give more than 100%, and you're a gentleman. Miguel, you're calling me at 8 and 9 o'clock at night. I have much respect for the way you absolutely have an unbelievable work ethic. May you not leave this campus and spend your career here. Thank you, Miguel. Dan, you can stand. It's okay. You're proud. Standing over here is Dr. Kramer. She represents the word education at this school. She assumes responsibility and she burns the midnight oil in her office. Dr. Kramer, you are much more than a doctor. You're a good soul. You're a good friend. You're a good human being. You're a great wife to your husband, Dan. Dr. Kramer believed in me when sometimes I didn't even believe in myself. She said, "You can do this." She said, "Represent East Stroudsburg University with that doctor right there, and we're going to Louisville together, and we are going to rock Louisville in front of 1,200 other universities. And those 1,200 will not forget East Stroudsburg." Folks, I was nervous. I appreciate you believing in me, and I appreciate your support. Dr. Kramer, I don't thank you. I love you. Thank you, Dr. Kramer. In closing, Dr. Sinisi, when I was a teacher, you were my superintendent. When I came back to college for my master's, you were my advisor. I was worried about my schedule, flights in and out with my responsibilities to Disney and Chicken Soup. You told me it'd be okay. I was worried if I fell, if I stumbled, if I didn't make it. You told me that you'd pick me up. You were a big enough boy to carry me. I respect that. I respect all the conversations over the meals that you paid for. But more importantly, what you represent to me is much more than the word doctor or educator. Is that going through all that, when I lost my father, you were there for me. You listened. You let a grown man cry. You have been the best second father a human being could ever ask for. Your wife, your children, your family. You are the definition of what I hope to be. I love you, Doc. Thanks for being here. When you have gratitude, emotion comes out. There you go. Those are my examples of gratitude. May you use them as an example for whatever direction you want to go today, with it not being about you, but gratitude towards your family and friends. Over to my right, I ask Judy to stand, and Mary. Judy, you have black on, for the ones that can see you. Judy works for free to raise money for students to come to ESU that desperately need help. She has raised money for 24 college graduates and currently 53 students in college. You are my role model. You are my idol. Your work ethic is amazing, lady. I just hope, right, that you don't think of leaving anytime soon. If anyone in this room deserves applause for working for free for students, it's that lady. Thank you, Judy. Representing my family is Mary. I'm gone a lot. Believe it or not, I get to see the person I spend time with once every 2 weeks. It's not a great personal life on my behalf, and I understand that. But she believes in what I believe in, and it's going to third world countries and promoting education, and going to schools in Detroit and Chicago and Miami and Los Angeles. We cannot, you're looking at me, we can't keep taking a back seat in education. You're our future. This is the teachers. This is the group of teachers. You're going to go out there and teach. Do not let education stamp out your fire. We're not finishing in first right now, but it's you teachers. You will cause change, and you allow me to do that, and support me, and you're loyal. Thank you for being there for me, Mary. All right, you asked for it. Ladies, you asked for this. It's very interesting. I respect it. Transition to the end. A transition story. Justin, Megan, I know you're out there. You've been picked by the students. Please stand. Wave your hands. We have to find you. You're over there. The little ones in yellow. You students said, make it personal. Make it be more than graduation. Make it be an East Stroudsburg University interesting relationship story. 2 students here started to date. They started to have feelings for each other. And if you talk to Megan, she dreamed. She dreamed of finding a teaching job wherever this guy found his teaching job. And maybe they'd have a future together. The percentages of that happening are very rare because we have layoffs in education. For librarians, we have cutbacks when we need more money. But the 2 of you both found work in an area in Pennsylvania. You got engaged, got your master's degrees together, got married, invited these professors in front of you. You invited the professors to your wedding, and now you're holding a little baby. You are our future. You met on this campus. May you always come back and represent East Stroudsburg University. You're both what it's all about. Nicole, will you please stand? Kelsey, will you please stand? Kristen, will you please stand? Nicole's a biology major. Kelsey's a sociology major. And Kristen's a sociology major. If you are members of her family or friends, stand and enjoy it. You wrote the commencement address. Nicole, raise your hand, sweetheart. Higher, higher, there you go. Nicole, you told me that you're one of many, many girls back home, many sisters. You can nod your head, I'm talking right to you. And years ago, as we took a break in our conversation, that's what there was. There was no voice. You paid great respect when you made reference to sadly losing your sister when she was only 18 years old. If you didn't think I was going to pick your story, woman, you're crazy. When your sister passed away, you talked to your mom, and you promised her that you would go to college and you would graduate for the 2 of us. What more could a mother want to hear? You told your mom, don't worry, both of us will graduate someday. You have gratitude for all the ladies in your family. Girl, you did it. Congratulations. Kelsey, feel free to wave your hand so that I can connect with you. Your gratitude is to an ESU professor, Dr. Gregg, Dr. KG. Dr. KG, would you please stand? This is the words about Dr. KG. Well, this is what your students have to say about you, and it's called gratitude because that's what the commencement address is about. Kelsey says, this professor, every day, every hour, every minute, makes his students feel as they are the most important things in his life. And it shows through your actions. You have dedicated your life to the future, your students. Kelsey and the others will miss your talks from the heart, your talks about life. So that you know, Doc, Kelsey changed her major 5 times until she met you. You changed her life. Before she found a home in sociology, she tried other things. She says her heart is also extended to her grandma, and she misses her. Here's to you, Kelsey. Here's to you, Doc. Kristen, I see you shaking your head. I wanted stories from the heart. I didn't want to give a commencement address about gratitude and perseverance unless it was written by you. This is amazing. Young lady, you dropped out of college. You had to work. You went and took a job in retail. Your comment to me was the greatest gift was that your family made no judgment on you when you quit college. Your family surrounded you and supported you and said in time, you'll figure it out for yourself. You didn't feel 1 ounce of pressure from your family to go in either direction except to work hard in life and do what's best for you. Eventually, Kristen made a decision. Do you notice you're the only one standing, hon? You represent every person that ever quit that tried and came back because you finished the job today, honey. Nice job. Much respect. My last crew. Education and language. Daniel, Spanish major, please stand. Jennifer, education major, please stand. Taylor, education major, please stand. And Jessica, education major, please stand. Daniel, please wave. You're a Spanish major. In high school, you said you were lost like a lot of students, but you connected with a teacher. This teacher, Miss Bland, changed your world. She gave you identity. She gave you self-respect. She taught you a language. She taught you Spanish. You not only respected your teacher, you respected this subject. You knew when you arrived on this campus you had a job to do. You said, if Miss Bland could change my life, I'm going to major in Spanish and I'm going to change others. When you went on a high school trip overseas to where they speak the language, it gave you your independence. And you stand proudly by yourself today, your own man. Daniel, teach. Teach for 30 and 35 years. And skip your lunches and spend time with the kid that's trailing behind in the classroom. Teach them more than Spanish. Do what Dr. KG does. Give them your heart. Give them your face. You will change lives and you'll never know it. I am proud of you, young man. The word perseverance, the definition of perseverance, to never give up. Jennifer, please give a wave. Jennifer, a long time ago, was in 1st grade. And with whatever went on that first year of school, it was decided that you needed to retain 1st grade. And we're going to work with this student, and we're going to overcome obstacles. You worked hard that 2nd time in 1st grade. In my entire educational career, I've never heard a story like yours, dear. You repeated the first grade again, for a third time. You see, folks, the world's changed. We're identifying things. They finally figured out what her disability was. She had a high IQ, but we just had to figure out the process and fix it. You breezed through 2nd through 12th, ended up here on college campus, started taking all of your classes, and this was a long road to success for you. I've never heard a repeat of the first story happening to somebody a second time. When Dr. Scala told me that you needed to pass this particular exam to go where you needed to go as a graduate, and you failed once, twice, you failed it 7 times. You changed your major, young lady, and said, I'm staying on campus and I'm going to get a 2nd degree, but I'm going to pass that test. You are everything this institution stands for. You are amazing. You finally passed the test. You go out there in that world, young lady, and you change. And you help the other ones that feel that when they fail a 5th time and a 6th time, you tell them you're number 7. Lucky number 7. I am proud of you from my heart. I hope you stay in touch. Woman, you're amazing. Jessica, you are an education major. Will you give a little wave of the hand? Jessica, I'm being biased towards you, sweetheart. When Chicken Soup called after rejecting me for 9 times for my book, they told me I had 15 words to dedicate 400 pages of work. I dedicated that book to my grandma. I loved her. She is my heart and soul. I live to make her happy. And when you spoke to me, I kept it together. But you are amazing of what you represent for your family. What came out of your eyes and your face and your heart, you dedicated all of this today to your 93-year-old Poppy, P-O-P-P-Y, who still drives his own car and doesn't want any help. Jessica, you let those tears flow from your cheeks because those tears represent what we're all about. You represent, it was all about family to you. When I drove home, I felt family because of you. You were worried about him getting here. You were worried about him getting a ticket. You said, I want to thank him. I want to hug him. I want to appreciate him so much for his support. Jessica, you did it. You just thanked him. I'm proud of you, sweetheart. Taylor, a school teacher has to end it on a school teacher. I will do anything in the world to make sure that your dream comes true. I am your servant. I will work for you. Taylor's story. Taylor is one of 3 girls. A mommy and a daddy had 3 little ones not too far from here. They raised their 3 girls in a town called Wind Gap. One day, tragic news was broken to these 3 little girls. Their daddy had passed away, unexpectedly and tragically. As the oldest of 3, when she spoke with her mother, she said, I will be the first to go. I will go to college. I will come back home on weekends. I visited the place that you worked. I spoke to the employees. You've been working at school, at home, and taking care of your family. And when I asked you questions on the phone, because I had to find you, other students speak about you. Dr. Smeaton is so proud of you. Taylor, you dedicated your college to come back home to your own house to help your mom financially support your 2 younger sisters to go through college. That's unheard of. It's not about you. Gratitude, you're the definition of gratitude. On the phone, you told me that if your dream comes true, that you will work for the Penargil or Bangor School District. And I said, but what if they're cutting jobs? You said, I will substitute every single day until they realize the potential that I bring to those school districts until they hire me. Taylor, you are going to work in the Penargil or Bangor School District. You are everything that today's about. That's it. You wrote the speech. You made it personal. You made it about yourselves. A lot of you have overcome the same struggles. If I stay here on the stage and end it with me talking, it's nothing about gratitude. So I leave you with a gift. Jake, Tyler, will you please come out? Gratitude and perseverance. Ladies and gentlemen, the man with the guitar, his name is Jake. He wrote a paper in 7th grade and dreamed of being in a band that would headline in Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Chicago, Dallas, Miami. And when my mom called me a year ago and said Jake's name is in lights on the Las Vegas Strip, anything can happen. Your dreams can come true. Tyler asked his mom to take him to an audition that he saw on TV. His mom drove him to the audition, and the judges went, "Thanks, but no thanks. You're rejected." He went back to school in Philadelphia. The next year, his mom and him have the same conversation. He said, "Mom, it's a little bit farther. Can you take me to this audition again? It's for American Idol." I really think I got a chance this year. Tyler, what happened that second year? So he went back to school in Philadelphia. The next year, Tyler comes home and says to his mom, "Want to go to Boston?" He went through 4 sets of judges. That's the definition of perseverance. He was the only one picked. They gave him a ticket to Hollywood to the American Idol finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we are educators. So in regards to what happened in Connecticut, a well-deserved moment of silence. In regards to what happened in Boston, and the lives that were affected, we will overcome. You are our future. You'll stop it from happening again. So this young man has picked a fitting song to end the commencement address, but it won't be with me here at the mic. Thanks a lot for working with me. You've been aces.
We're going to ask that you all stand and join with us in singing God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, through the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet